What's up?
Hello.
Hi.
How we doing?
We're vibing in this Chili's tonight.
We do be vibing, except it's not in a Chili's. It's in a fucked up little nasty bathroom.
Yeah, it's in the world's worst toilet room. It's not even a bathroom anymore. It's just a toilet room because that's the only thing in there.
Well, there's a bathroom.
Yeah, there is a bath, but it's a toilet room. Listen, no one's ever taken a bath in there. It's a toilet room.
No, I don't think anyone's ever taken even a shit in there. Like,
no,
it's
there was
built...
no. There was toilet full of doo-doo ass.
There was toilet full of no solids.
Yeah. But we can't talk about the movie yet. We're in the cold open.
We're in the cold open. I've never podcasted before, so whole new world to me.
So how are you doing? How's your day been? I know it's like, what is it, like noonish there for you?
Yeah, it's about 20 to 1 in the afternoon.
Your eyes are the size of a moon. You know? like Panic Disco Man?
Like Mr. Panic Disco himself.
Mr. Panicking Disco.
That disco do be panicking though.
Damn. What that disco do?
Girl, I can make that disco panic.
Oh my god. Yeah, what you've been up to today? You kind of just like woke up and said, today I will eat movie with Sarah.
Yeah, pretty much. It was, I woke up, breakfast, shower, and then podcast.
Yeah.
It's been a good day so far.
Yeah, I've been on about the same thing because at about 1:30 today I said, okay, I need to watch my episodes of take notes on my anime episodes for Special Grade Snacks, and then I did that, and then I did Special Grade Snacks, and then I watched Saw, and now we're doing podcast about Saw. So I've had a very busy Saturday.
The thing is, Sarah be podcasting though.
Sarah be
potted and casting.
But yeah, I am in the past 7 days. Volleyball anime has made me absolutely unhinged. To the point where it's like I am practicing volleyball things now. I'm going to join a rec league when the COVID is up. When COVID is dead.
That's so good.
This feels like I talked about this on Special Grade Snacks, but like there is like this feels like so stupid to say, but like there was a moment in a recent episode that like actually like reframed the way I think about like my life, and like I've been taking better care of myself for the last week or so.
Though.
I know, it just feels so it just feels so cringe, but it's actually PogChamp.
It's actually quite PogChamp. Actually, I'm gonna validate you on that one.
Thank you. It's Pogger. Listen, if it's Poggers, if media makes you feel things.
That's exactly what it is. It's the most poggest thing of all. Speaking
of things that make you feel things, you want to get into this movie? Welcome to Fear Baiting, everyone. It's your number one, you can put a fucked up room anywhere podcast.
The thing is, fucked up rooms are anywhere.
Fucked up rooms are anywhere. I'm Sarah, and I'm joined this week by long-awaited guest of the podcast, friend of the show, Nathan.
Hi, I'm Nathan, friend of the show, long-awaited guest.
Welcome to the podcast, Nathan. Do a little bit of introduction about yourself. Tell the audience who you are, what your thing is. You know, what your history with horror movies is, all that stuff.
Oh, good. So hi, I'm Nathan. I'm from Australia, obviously, by this incredible accent.
It is a good accent.
It's one I live with every day.
How do you handle being that? How do you just handle existing with an accent that sexy?
Oh God, it's the desensitization. Everyone around me has it too. But Yeah, no, I assume if you're listening, you know that we're talking about Saw. And that is one of the earliest points of my start with horror movies. It's not really like a horror movie in the sense that it's like super scary, but it's
more of a
gory and
it's
suspenseful.
more of a thriller than it is anything else.
Yeah. But it's still nasty to look at.
Yeah, like I'm not going to split hairs here. Like we've done in recent memory, we've done James and the Giant Peach on this podcast. So like,
oh my god, that rules! I love that movie, so I'll have to go back and listen to that one.
Good movie.
It's good, but no, I saw this movie when I was far too young to be watching this movie. I was like 13 or 14, I think, when I first saw this movie.
I wouldn't call that far too young to see this movie.
Well, when I was like, I for context, I grew up really, like, rural, and I grew up, like, really sheltered, so I didn't have a lot of exposure to much media anyways. So, like, I felt like a little child watching this, I was just like, and then I really liked it, and I watched all the other ones, also far too young, to the point where when I think it was Saw 7, maybe, whatever Saw 3D was, came out in theaters, I wasn't 18. I wasn't able to go and see that in theaters because I was too young to go and watch it. So I had to wait.
The diagnosis is in, and I regret to inform you that you have two baby syndrome.
I'm not too baby. For context, everyone, I'm currently 25.
Well, yeah, you're younger than me. You're baby. you're younger than me by like what? When's your birthday?
April, end of April.
Yeah, okay, so you're younger than me by about 6 months.
But I am
you are baby about it.
I am baby about it, and I don't know. It just I was never like afraid of them or anything like that. I really enjoyed watching them, and I would watch them with my friends, kind of on loop and stuff like that. And these, like the Saw franchise especially, is such a favorite of mine, but I don't know. It just kind of hooked me in, and I just like watching the spookies and the scaries now.
Nathan's been a good friend of mine for the past couple of years now. We met like what, 2-3 years ago now?
Yeah, 2017.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, and Nathan has been itching to get on this podcast for the last like 2 years, and we've had it set up like what, 2-3 times now, and it's just like something has completely just cratered like the week of, and you're just like, hey, I can't do something just went real bad. I can't do anything. Sorry, bye.
Yeah, it's been this guessing has been a long time coming. I've been edging Sarah on the Saw films.
Just looking at the cast of this film, and you really love it when you see just as many names in blue of actors as you do names in blue of characters.
Yeah.
You love to see that Detective Steven Singh has a hyperlink to his entry on the list of Saw characters webpage.
It's so good. It's absolutely delightful. The thing is, this movie, it's got characters in it.
Yeah.
And they do be hyperlinked. But yeah, sorry, I don't know what comes next.
Well, what comes next is that we talk about the movie.
Yeah.
So this movie opens in reddit.com/r/male living spaces. Like, you know that one image where someone combined all 4 of the Beatles together and they looked like Murdoch from Gorillaz.
Yeah.
This is like a pastiche of every single r/male living space.
Oh, you're so right, though. You could just subtitle the Saw franchise just male living spaces.
Really, where does Jigsaw live if not in male living space?
Oh, gal, your man's live in a space like this and not see any problem with it. Oh, damn shame.
Damn, male, you live like this? Just aggressively gendering the person that I'm with. Just kidding. I'm not. I don't do that because that sounds like some turf shit.
Yeah.
God. Turfs would love to walk up to their cis female friend and be like, "Hello, female."
Oh God, you know that they do that at some point.
I will. Fucking turf voice. I will never call another girl, "Hey girl." Why? Because gender is immutable. We are all either male or female. Turfs have never said, "Hey, girl."
we are reclaiming Hey Girl.
Yeah, absolutely. They can't have that one. They can't have anything.
I can't have anything. So the movie starts in this fucking nasty ass bathroom.
And we meet our two guys, Adam and Dr. Lawrence Gordon, aka Larry. And Adam wakes up in a bathtub, and he's like halfway submerged in water, so he like starts thrashing. He unplugs the tub, flushing the water down the toilet, and climbs out of the bath and onto the floor. And there's another guy in there, and it's Dr. Gordon. But there's also a corpse in there, which they find when they turn the lights on.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, they start in the dark, just in pitch blackness. He wakes up, basically drowning. He must be real pruny by this point. Yeah. Climbs out of the bath, and then you hear this other voice, and eventually it's just like, hey, I found something. Turns on the lights.
Is the size and shape of a raisin.
He do got that sultana dick, though. This MF looking like this MF looking like a sunmaid underneath those jeans. But so let me get a taste of that California raisin.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. So he turns on the lights.
He turns on the lights and says, "Damn, my dick mad small."
Damn, why my dick mad small, sir?
And he sees Mr. Cary Elwes, Dr. Lawrence Gordon. And in their back pockets, they find an envelope with their names on it. And it's not... Sorry to CinemaSins. I apologize for CinemaSins, but I'm just thinking about how wonderful it is that Jigsaw waterproofed everything that was in that envelope, including the envelope itself. Was it in a bag or anything?
Yeah. I don't... It was not in a bag. It was just... They had that secret waterproof paper back in 2004. Mm-hmm. And we lost that technology.
Yeah. What happens next?
So they pull out the little tapes out of the envelope.
Yes, and they from the corpse. The corpse has a gun in one hand, and a Walkman in the other. And they fish over the Walkman and they put their tapes in to listen to it. And Adam says, "Adam, you must escape from here. Blah 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 blah. This is Jigsaw. You have no chance to survive. Make your time." And then Lauren said, what does mine say? And he puts it in, and the tape says, "Someone set up us the bomb."
Firstly, I just want to backtrack. I love the little bit of just hello because to fish the recording away, because they're chained to pipes, right? They are chained to pipes in his bathroom. They don't have a wide radius of where they can reach. So to try and fish this cassette player out of this corpse's hand, he has to take off his outer shirt and does a little dance for us. It's like, hello, thank you. But so they pull these tapes out, and Lawrence's tape says that he has to kill Adam before it's 6:00, otherwise his family will die. Mm-hmm. And the call was coming from inside the house.
Yeah.
And
we find out that this is... Oh, Gordon knows who this guy is. Well, they find... okay, home is where the heart is. There's a really shitty trail of breadcrumbs. Did Craig just disconnected. He said, "I'm done." Yeah. That's fine. We've got...
Craig said the raisin dick was too much.
Soak your man in water for 48 hours. Soak your man in a bog for 48 hours, slide him out, and slurp on that craisin.
Oh, God, I'm going to slap on that craisin.
Oh, my God. But yes, they find there's like home is where the heart is, and they see like a heart on the side of the toilet in the room, and so Dr. Gordon is like, Adam, dig through that thing, dig through the toilet, and like he opens it, and it's full of just like absolute brown water.
Yeah, it's like the nastiest.
And he
brown
fishes
water
around in it, and he's like, well, there's nothing solid.
It's my favorite quote of this whole movie is he digs around with his nasty hand in the nasty doo-doo, and then he just pulls it out and he's just like, anything? No solids.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh wait, check the toilet tank, and they find something in there, and Adam's like, well, I wish I hadn't shoved my hand into doo-doo water for 30 seconds before this.
That nasty doo-doo. Oh, and then he's just got to spend the next 6 hours with the doo-doo hand. That's the real sword really trap. Is. It's not being chained to a pipe.
It's having 6 hour doo-doo hand.
It's that 6 hour doo-doo hand though. So he checks the tank and he finds this garbage bag,
has
right?
Some hacksaws in it, as well as something else that Adam sees and throws into the bathtub to hide from Larry. And so they start trying to saw through their chains, and it's very loud. The sound mixing in this movie is absolute dog shit.
It was really not great. But they're trying to hacksaw through, and Adam fucking just breaks his hacksaw on his chain. And after a brief moment where Lawrence is trying to continue hacksawing, he has a moment and he realizes these aren't meant for the chains. Meant for our feet. These are meant to go through our feet. Our precious feet where our toesies live.
Jigsaw wants us to each deny ourselves these ever so suckable appendages. Okay, and I think that's gonna be everyone stopped listening at that joke. So Nathan, if you just want to read off your credit card information, I'm sure it'll be completely secure.
It's 69696942069423123.
I almost said Social Security, and then I remembered that's only a United States thing.
Yeah. Thank you for the region translation.
I'm happy to help. He's like, and then Dr. Gordon is like, oh shit, I know this guy. This is the Jigsaw killer. And then And then he flashes back to like 5 months ago when he was doing doctory things, because he's an oncologist, so he works with cancer patients. And he's just like talking about this one guy, and some janitor guy
he's just fucking trashing on this patient. You're like, he's got real bad brain cancer. It's spread from his lungs or his liver or something. That's his cringe.
He just says, "Bro, you are posting cringe. You are going to lose your life."
Oh God. But yeah, you see this orderly being like, he's not just a patient, his name is John. And then basically Dr. Gordon says lol gay, caring about patients.
But then he gets
sounded pretty gay, bro.
In someone else's office where we meet detectives Tap and Sing. Which is kind of, those are kind of funny names, honestly. It's, what do you do? Oh, I tap and I sing.
So he gets called into this detective.
What do you, hey, if you're, Adam's last name is what you do if you love tall women. You stan height. Anyway, so yeah, detectives Tap and Sing, who are like, hey, your pen light was at a murderer scene. This is pretty sus. This is pretty
suspect. This pen light. It's got, I can't remember if it had his fingerprints on or if it just had his name printed on it. I think it was the fingerprints. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's just like, we found this through a little peephole watching this little fucked up little murder scene happen in front of you. Yeah, and we flash back to... Fuck is up with that dog?
We get a couple of flashbacks within flashbacks to detectives Tap and Sing investigating these crime scenes. And there's one where a guy who had self-harmed before... this is just... like, I think this movie is a perfectly pleasant ride. This part sucks. I fucking hate this. Because Jigsaw... I mean, I know Jigsaw is not exactly supposed to be a good guy, but, like, ostensibly, he's supposed to be taking douchebags to... like scum of the earth to task. And one of the people he goes after is like, I can't. What is a name? I need a name. Any name.
Paul. I think his name's Paul.
Gravy. You used to cut yourself open to feel the pain and anguish, but now that you are really in the pain and anguish, will you crawl through this razor wire fence, Gravy, to feel, and will you cut yourself again to save your life? You have 3 hours to survive. Get to it, Gravy Davy.
It's so bad. That's, like, I am a huge fan of this franchise. Like, I really love it, but the one thing that I don't like is that it really does vilify, like, self-harm type stuff, and I'm just like, sure do be 2004, though.
It's very, like, it's almost very, like, Christian in nature. Like, in regards to suicide, like, I guess, it is analogous to the way Christianity treats suicide, which is, like, I don't know. I feel like suicide is punishment enough. You don't have to send them to hell on top of that one there, God.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that someone's life sucks that much.
Yeah.
But I digress.
So
we see that. We also see a
dude.
way weirder murder scene where there is a guy who is, like, covered in lighter fluid, and it looks like cum, and he is in, like, a room where a bunch of numbers are written on the wall, like 500 numbers are written on the wall, and Jigsaw is like, Derek, if you spent your entire life faking your illness and pretending to be sicker than you were. That's pretty ableist of you, bro. If you want to survive, you have to walk around on all this broken glass and read the walls to open the safe. And also, you have to use a candle to look at it, and you're covered in lighter fluid.
Oh, that dastardly old Jigsaw. He knows how to make them.
He sure does. Does the series, like, kind of lose the thread of making appropriate traps for the person in the situation? Like, I feel like they don't have much of a thread to begin with, because, like, okay, this guy like feigned illnesses all the time for personal gain, which that's bad.
Yeah.
But his crime was to walk on broken glass and catch on fire.
Some of them match up really, like, clearly in a very clear way, but some of them are like,
like shortly after this, we find out that the doctor has an alibi that clears him, but he's like, yeah, I'll see the testimony of this patient, and we meet Amanda, who was a former heroin addict who survived Jigsaw's the murderer of Jigsaw's games. Oh wait, Nathan, why is he called Jigsaw? By the way, I know this. I'm just lobbing this one up for you.
They call him Jigsaw. He doesn't call himself Jigsaw, but he's called Jigsaw by the police because he cuts out a little jigsaw piece out of the skin of the victims after they die. And it's meant to be symbolic of that they were missing the piece, like that piece being that survival instinct to get out of these traps. Yep. So that's why they call him Jigsaw.
Sometimes the only thing that's missing is one piece. But we meet Amanda, who was a former heroin addict who managed to shake that as a result of surviving Jigsaw's game, and her punishment was to be put in a reverse bear trap that would cut her face open if she didn't disembowel her quote unquote dead friend who was in the room with her. But, like, that's not her friend. It was just, like, some guy.
Yeah, it was just some dude, and then she, like, this timer starts off in this bear trap, and she has to go and, like, just goes at him in a way that I'm just like,
her cutting him open to get the key out, and her in between that. Before that, there's like 30 solid seconds of the camera just, you know that scene at the start of The Matrix when Trinity does that cool jump kick and the camera goes 360 degrees? Imagine that, but like 10 times as fast and not impressive whatsoever.
And with fucking, I don't know, like fucking Limp Bizkit-esque grunt, like nasty guitar over the top.
It's biscuiteering.
It's biscuiteering. So we get that just delicious camera shot, and then we find this dude lying on the ground with a little question mark painted on his tummy.
And Amanda's like, well, guess I'll kill him. And she picks up his knife to picks up her knife to stab him, and he like starts shaking because he's obviously alive. But she is just like, okay, tummy, your tummy is now soup.
Yeah, your tummy is now soup. And I'm just gonna go at that. And what always sticks out to me whenever I watch this movie is she like just does go at it like with a real passion. And I'm just like, how did you find the key in all those guts when you just like it's just ready, it's red, it's bloody, and there's no roadmap in there to be like this way to the key. It's like, so good on her for getting out. I call that a win for girl boss.
Let's go. Posting dubs.
And you find out after that this guy who was supposed to be dead when she was slicing at him, he was actually alive, and you see him like his eyes open and he's kind of trying to scream and stuff, but he had been given an opiate overdose by Jigsaw, which feels a little unfair to this dude. Everyone else gets like a little trap that they can escape from. He just has to cop it. He just has to take that one. He just has to take that L.
Yeah. He does have to take that L. But yeah, so Amanda survives, and at this point, Detective Tapp is like fully convinced that Dr. Lawrence Gordon was responsible in some way, but is like lying about something or has somehow wriggled out of it, and so he's like, I'm watching you, man. I'm watching you.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's got that stink eye on Dr. Gordon, and he's real obsessed with this Jigsaw case, and he starts I think it's here where he starts obsessively watching
the tape that Amanda was forced to watch before she had to turn that guy's tummy into soup.
Yeah.
And he does like the rewind, magnify, whatever that shit, and
enhance.
He figures it out. They go there. They find a dude who is like. They find the little puppet man of Billy the puppet. They find a pig mask that Jigsaw loves to wear, and they find a guy who is strapped to a thing where there are 2 drills on either side of his head that will, when activated, the machine will turn the drills on and push them closer towards his head.
Yeah. Can I just interject here for a brief second?
You can, and you should.
This is probably a question for later on, but is Jigsaw's persona a pig?
I guess.
He's just low budget fursuiting. That's just how we describe that one. It's just low budget fursuiting.
Yeah, listen. Personas, fursuits, even partials are expensive. So, like, listen, you do what you got to do.
You do what you gotta do.
Listen,
anyway,
the FurCon's a month away. You really think you're gonna get that? You really think you're gonna get that tail and those paws finished between now and then, Jigsaw?
You make do with what you got. You make hay while the sun shines. Anyways, so they've discovered the warehouse where Jigsaw makes all these traps, and they
find the guy.
I think they find they find this guy under this sheet, and then they see the elevator rising up, this nasty warehouse elevator, and they're like, oh, Jigsaw's coming, we can use this chance to stop him. So they reset all the cloaks that were over these people in this puppet, and then Jigsaw emerges and tries to talk to this good guy who's like screaming under this tarp, and then they pull their guns on him.
But he manages to get the upper. I don't even know how he gets the upper hand on them. Like, do they wait to like pull their guns on him until he is like right next to the machine? He turns it on by tapping it with his foot, and then he's like,
he's got that foot-based button.
He says he has detectives tap in saying you must make your decision to either apprehend me or to save this man. And I don't understand how Jigsaw managed to pull this off, because like what they do to save the man is they just shoot the tips off the drills that are going to go in his head, and it stops them. And because Jigsaw pulls out his Assassin's Creed blade and blasts Detective Tapp in the throat, but he survives it. Singh takes the shotgun and chases him, and then he walks into a trap where it's just he trips a wire and 12 shotguns shoot him at once, and he gets turned into a fine red paste.
So he tries to shoot as he's chasing Jigsaw down a hallway. He tries to shoot him, and Jigsaw falls to the ground. And as he continues down the hallway, there's a tripwire, and then he just gets obliterated.
Yep. He just exploded.
And then that flashback sort of ends, and we're back in the nasty room.
We're back in the nasty room. We hear a little bit about Dr. Gordon's wife and child who are being held captive. And then is this when we get the flashback to how Adam and Gordon and also Gordon's family got abducted?
I think so. I think we find out that there's a hidden camera.
Yeah, because they're like, oh shit, this is a two-way
room.
mirror. And then they like throw rocks at it to explode the glass and find a camera where the orderly from the hospital is watching them. So I guess he must be Jigsaw, right?
Yeah, he must be Jigsaw. He's the one that's watching. Okay, so we end up back in the nasty room. We found the camera. Mm-hmm. And I think
this movie loves to dance around. So I think we should just, for the sake of clarity, we should just talk about how all of them wound up to be where they are currently, I guess. Because at least in the order that we find them out, because we find out that Adam was like at home at his house one night doing photojournalism things because he's a cameraman.
He's a photographer.
He's a private investigator, which is like, it's definitely like a seedy job to be doing, but like I don't know. I don't think that he did enough to put him on Jigsaw's shit list. Yeah,
I wouldn't be putting him in a room. Like, because of that.
How does Jigsaw make these selections? Some of them I get, I guess he like went after Dr. Gordon with some ferocity because of evil because he was like, oh, you diagnosed me with cancer and you hate your wife? You must die. But like, what did Amanda do to get in his crosshairs? Was like, did she just so happen to be the heroin addict that he chose?
Yeah, it really just doesn't make much sense across a lot of the people, especially just end up there being like victims who just happen to be there at some point. It's like, well, that sucks for you. Sorry. So yeah, he's in his dark room in his apartment, another hashtag male living space. And he's chilling in there. He falls asleep in the dark room. He's been taking photos. He falls asleep in the dark room as they're developing. Wakes up and the lights are out.
It doesn't seem very good. He explores his apartment. He refuses to turn the lights on. I guess the power might be out. I'm not entirely sure because
I think the power was out, and then the flashlight was
the only light that he has is his camera's flash, which he uses. And he finds a little Jigsaw puppet, and then gets attacked by a man who KOs him and sends him to the hell dimension that is this bad toilet room.
Yeah. So we find him in that bad toilet room, and we also find out at some point, this movie again, it does jump around a lot. We found out that Dr. Gordon, he got in a car park, like in a parking lot. Is that how you say that? Like in this underground parking lot, he can't get out and he doesn't have any phone service. And you see in the reflection of a mirror or something that there's someone in the back of his car and there's someone creeping around on the floor. And then, oh no, the pig mask gets him. So now that it probably wasn't in the right order of the movie, but we know sort of how they ended up in this room. Back in the room, there was on their little cassette tapes, their little hashtag vintage cassette tapes, there was a message saying X marks the spot, and they were like, where's this X, because Dr. Gordon knows about the Jigsaw killer because he was investigated and stuff. He knows that he plays games and he doesn't put any part in these rooms that doesn't have a purpose. So it's just like, okay, we need to find this X. And Adam at one point goes, try turning off the lights. And they find a glowing in the dark paint X on the wall on these very, very conspicuous tiles that have been replaced more recently than the rest. And Dr. Gordon is trying to figure out, he's questioning him. Why? How did you know to turn off the lights? And we earlier we see that when Dr. Gordon was talking about his family and showing off the photos in his wallet that he tossed over to Adam, that there was a photo of his wife and child held hostage. And it basically said, hey, try turning out the lights, why don't you?
Yep.
Adam held this photo, kept it secret from Dr. Lawrence to try and not distress him.
Yeah, gotta keep the vibe. Gotta keep the vibes immaculate. When you're hanging out with your bros, you can't harsh the buzz.
You can't harsh the buzz too badly. So we find the X, and we break apart the tiles, and we find what's inside, which is a little box. What was inside the box, Sarah?
Well, what was inside the box was cigarettes. And a cell phone, and a lighter, and a note that says, "You don't need a gun to kill Adam. I'm Jigsaw."
It's basically what it said. It was just like
this movie just like spends so much time flitting back and forth between two things. I think that we should just let's wrap up the bathroom plot, and then just talk about the entirety of the Alice and Diana Zepp plot.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. So, sorry for just fucking
no,
taking
it's fine.
over
Please
as well,
do this. I
movie.
am so bad whenever we do a movie that that does it like this, where it's like not exactly 100% in order. I completely I lose. The steering wheel comes off and flies out the window on me.
Yeah. So there's these cigarettes there's a cell phone and there's cigarettes in the box, and Adam this whole time has been like, man, bro, just toss me a cigarette. Just toss me. I just want to smoke. Just give me one little smoky, and I just gimme. He's basically screaming at Lawrence, just like, please,
one bad gloop and
let me
do
smoke
what I
it.
smoky.
One bad gloop and you do what I smoky. But the little note in the box basically says, hey, you know that dude in the middle of the room who shot himself because his blood was so poisonous that it would be a less painful death? You can taint the cigarette with that nasty blood, and if he smokes it, then he'll die.
And then they, they hit the lights because they're like, okay, we're gonna fake this one, and they turn out the lights. This is our plan. He throws he tosses the cigarette.
Lights
go back on. He tosses Adam the cigarette. Adam takes like 2 puffs of it and then pretends to die, and then he gets electrocuted.
Yeah, spectacular acting in his death scene, and then he gets electrocuted on the floor.
Yeah. What happens next?
I think that I think that's when the phone rings.
Okay, so I guess I said I wanted to do these 2 plots separately, but I guess we have to cover the other one now, about Allison and Diana, who have been taken hostage by Zepp in their home, and are being tied up and held at gunpoint. And so the phone rings, and Gordon picks it up, and it's his wife who's saying, while being held at gunpoint, she's saying, what did she say this time? It's not "you lost." It's
No, it's Adam. Adam
is lying.
He knows you. He knew you
and
before
this is when we find out that Adam had been paid to tail Gordon by Detective Tapp, who was so convinced that Gordon was responsible somehow. And so Adam had been following him for the last few days and taking photographs. And so Adam saw Dr. Gordon try to go and do sexy times with one of his students at a hotel later. But he said no. Yeah. Walked out. He then got kidnapped by Jigsaw.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing with the Saw movies is just like there's always a link between the people trapped in there, and this is when you find out that link is that Adam takes creep shots of people for money, and he was taking creep shots. It wasn't even trying to find out that he's cheating. It was trying to find out that he was Jigsaw, which he's not, and happened to catch him cheating.
Yep. Hold on. I just got a really good text from my sister. My sister texted me, dude, I'm hanging out with my boyfriend and his friend right now, and I forgot that I took an edible, and it is hitting. And I respond, OMFG, and my sister just said pizza.
Oh, nice one.
Go
nice
off,
one.
go off, sister. Who I won't name on this podcast.
Very good idea. Okay, so we're in the we get the scene in the hotel room of where before Dr. Gordon left to go and cheat
he got
on
a
his
phone
wife,
call.
He got a phone call. No, his pager went off when he was at home. But to backtrack, we're becoming like the movie where we keep jumping around. You see this shot of his daughter walking really slowly around.
Oh yeah,
their
this
house,
is like way earlier,
like
but
a little Victorian ghost, and she's complaining to her mother Alison about there's a scary man.
Yeah, the man who eventually turns out to be Zepp when he abducts them. But the thing is, when she walks into the living room, there is just a pair of ornate maracas just chilling on the coffee table.
It's so absurd. They're just chilling there, about to just roll off. And it drives me insane. But yeah, so she's been complaining about the scary man. The wife, Alison and Larry have an argument after he puts her to bed, being like, oh, you can't pretend that you're happy. This is bullshit. And there was some beautiful, beautiful ADR on these far back scenes. And he leaves after that argument, goes to this hotel room, tries to tell this student of his, hey, I don't want to have an affair with you anymore.
I don't want to finger blast you anymore. Sorry, babe.
I don't want you sucking these toes anymore. And as he's about to leave, the phone in this seedy hotel room rings. And it's just like, did you tell anyone you were here? No. And the young lady, she picks up the phone and goes, it's for you. And basically gets told, I know where you are, Dr. Gordon. I know what you were doing. And he leaves in this panic. Being like, oh no, someone knows that I am Cheetos on my wife.
Accused of Cheetos' wife. I like the taste.
And that brings us to when he is in the underground parking lot and getting kidnapped by Jigsaw and getting photographed by
Adam.
Adam
who gets kidnapped like an hour later himself.
Yes. But right, so this scary man that everyone assumed was just a monster in this tiny child's bedroom is actually Zepp, this orderly from the hospital, who's actually he was hiding in the closet, and you see the eye creeping through the door, and it is I hate that shot. It's so spooky. And he bursts out of it, kidnaps ties them both up and put gags on them.
And then ring a ding ding ding. Hello, this Mr. Gordon, your wife is here. She's dying.
Yeah. Firstly he puts the daughter on the phone, and then he put who's just like, Daddy, please help me, I'm scared.
Get her ass.
And then damn, what a cringe child, complaining that she's frightened whilst being held hostage. No, and then Zepp puts... by the way, you don't find out that it's Zepp until much later. Spoiler alert. But, yeah, so then Alison reads from the script to say Adam knows you and is lying to you. And that is when in the bathroom our two main characters discover, that Adam knows Dr. Gordon and has been taking photos and stuff like that. And we find out that all these photos that he's been taking are also in this trash bag that we found the hacksaws in much earlier.
What we find out is that Zepp was not Jigsaw. Jigsaw had instead contacted him, and he was also doing things because he was slowly being poisoned, which is why he had to take the girls hostage and keep track of the time. We didn't talk. I don't think we mentioned this, but Gordon was given until 6 a.m. or 6 p. 6. I guess it would probably be 6 a.m. based on the timing and everything else.
Yeah, I think I mentioned till 6 o'clock.
If Gordon doesn't kill Adam by 6, then Zepp has to kill his wife and kid, and the time. Yeah, the timer doesn't get there, so at 6, Gordon's so at 6, Zepp is like, all right, Mrs. Doctor, I'm sorry, I gotta shoot you. But then she fights him off, and then Detective Tapp shows up and is like, hey, I'm here now too also.
So firstly, Zepp calls up Dr. Gordon again. He calls the phone again because his wife has to be the one to tell him that he failed. And while the phone is up to her ear, that's when she starts to fight Zepp. And all the while, because Detective Tapp was discharged and has basically been living in the again, another male living space directly across from where they live, and has been like peeping on them through the window. So that's how Detective Tapp knows to come in, and like he sees gunshots and stuff like that. So that's when he tries to come inside. So all the while this is happening, Dr. Gordon can hear it on the phone because the phone call is still ongoing, right? And he just starts freaking out because all he can hear is his wife and children screaming. He can hear gunshots, a lot of crazy stuff going on. He doesn't know what's happening. All he knows is that the timer is over. His family's in danger, and he tries. That's when he grabs the hacksaw.
And he says, "Okay, no, He said, no more. He said, no more foot."
This foot's got to take an L.
Yeah. That's the shape of the foot after you cut it off. L.
It's a very, it's like the classic scene of the movies. It's like the one that everyone's waiting on. Is he's trying to cut off his foot. It's a lot of fun cuts of just people screaming and him hacksawing. And then he gets it off,
and then he walks over to the gun and puts a bullet in the gun and blasts Adam in the.
not to interject. He crawls over. He crawls over to the gun.
He has 1 foot now. He crawls over, blasts Adam. Then Zepp walks in and is like, "I'm sorry, Dr. Gordon, I've got to kill you now. Those are the rules." But then Adam wasn't dead, and he knocks him over and then bashes his head in with the lid of the toilet seat tank.
Like the sister and the
and then Dr. Gordon is like, "Okay, I look like shit right now. I need to go crawl out of this place and find some help before I bleed to death." He crawls out, and then the corpse in the middle of the room. Dun dun dun! It's been Jigsaw this whole time. He stands up. He was John Kramer, the patient that Dr. Gordon said was cringe. And he had been here the whole time, and the water that flushed out of the tub at the beginning. Well, there was a key in it for your Anki
shackles.
Too bad you were. I don't know what that's supposed to teach him. Like, was that supposed to teach him? Like, what was that supposed to?
And like he would have, like he was passed out. He wakes up. He can't see shit. Like the key had like a little light on it. But like if I'm waking up in a bathtub full of water with my leg chained to something, my first thought isn't to be like, "Hey, let me double check the water that I'm in." So I think that's mostly just Jigsaw just being like, "Lol, cringe, you didn't get the key that I clearly left you." So Jigsaw gets up, he peels off his little SFX brain blast out. So he stands up, and I fucking lost my mind. He gets up, but he throws it back. He arches his back in such a way that I'm just like, hello, John Kramer, you good, kid?
Yeah.
He gets up, tells Adam that he failed and game over, turns the light out, and locks him inside.
That's the end of the movie.
That's the end of Saw.
On a scale of 0 to 5 severed toesies, how many severed toesies are you going to give this movie?
It's hard for me to rate it because it is like a childhood favorite, right?
You don't have to, be objective in this.
I reckon it's a 4. It's 4.5. I'm
about to a 4 here on my severed toesies on this one. Yeah. The big toe is nowhere to be found though.
I sucked it clean off.
He just left a nubbin. Oh my god.
But yeah, that's our very confused recollection of this movie.
We've got questions.
We have questions.
Stephanie at Age of Oddish asks, if you could put Jigsaw in any other movie franchise, what would it be and why? I'm going to say for the purpose of this question that we are talking about the little puppet man and not actual man of Jigsaw. I would love to put him in the Child's Play franchise.
Oh, absolutely. I would love to see Jigsaw puppet turned into a Pokemon. I want to keep him in a little ball and just be able to release him and just make him do my bidding.
Detective Pikachu, and one of the Pokemon is just this little puppet man.
He's Mr. Mime instead.
Alex the Virgo asks, what would Jigsaw capture you for, and what would your trap be? For example, mine would be listening to Oingo Boingo instead of sleeping, and I'd have to recite the words to capitalism, but unironically. I would be captured for my hedonism, and the punishment that I would have to face is... What would my punishment be? No podcasting for 1 week. No listening to podcasts for 1 week.
Oh god, what a punishment. No, my trap would be the exact same one that the boys are in this time, but for the crime of accused of suffrage trophies.
This next one has a video component, which I will link to you, and we will both watch to just make. You've probably seen this video, but watch it just to refresh your memory. We'll put it in the show. We'll put it in the show notes. But it's just a very funny video of a very large man riding a tricycle, dressed up like Puppet, and saying, "Do you want to play a game?" And then the tricycle explodes on him.
So what's the question regarding
the question?
video?
This is from @_flourishcaster. Asked me about #landback. Will anything be funnier than this video? No.
No, it was really good.
2, how much better would this film have been if it was a sequel to Princess Bride and the villain was Vizzini? Which you haven't seen Princess Bride, right?
I saw it a very long time ago. I can't remember much of it.
Unfortunately, but I think it may have been a downgrade, I have to say, just because I did like this movie. Lucky Luciana @Diplobrochus asks, is Jigsaw Puppet kind of cute? Let's be real. He's so dinky. Follow-up. Disclaimer, not in a sexual way. Jigsaw Puppet is kind of cute. Yeah, I'll give him that.
Jigsaw Puppet is cute. I'll put him in a little sailor suit and give him a lollipop. Take him to see the boats come in.
This question from Zed @VoidStricken. 1. If Billy/Jigsaw was replaced by any other horror icon, example Chucky, etc., would it easily turn into a horror comedy or not? I kind of would like this movie if Jason Voorhees was the one doing the murder. But
like Jason Voorhees, but in a little doll form on that little tricycle would be delightful. Little doll Jason. I think any slasher sort of villain as a little doll is going to be a delight.
@VoidStricken also asks, what if everyone in the movie sounded Australian? What if everyone in the movie sounded Australian?
Would you like to play a game? I assume that's how Jigsaw would sound.
Yeah. Last one from Luna @Dothtongue. Oh wow, you hadn't really covered that one yet. If you had to replace the traps with something less gory, what would you force people to do to appreciate life more? If I was Jigsaw and I was not doing murder traps, I would instead make everybody design their own persona and pay people to commission people to draw art of it, because the feeling that you get of getting art of your persona is like none other.
I would just be putting everyone in therapy. That's what I would be doing. Is just
speaking of art of your persona.
Get some help.
Art of your persona, by the way, thank you very much, Nathan, for the art of my bear persona that you gave me the other night. I was looking at it the other night and I was almost crying because that is like my body type that you gave her, and it made me really happy. I'm gonna post it on my Twitter probably, so check that out.
I'm glad. That reminded me, because I was trying to write out some show notes while we were watching the movie, and it was on the page where I sketched that. So literally all I have is just this real cute looking bear next to Pee-wee the homicidal maniac, which we didn't bring up, but makes me laugh very hard.
That's all of the questions that we have this week for Fear Baiting.
That's all. That's all.
We're going to do recommendations now. Nathan, what are you going to recommend this week on Fear Baiting podcast?
Oh, God. Can it just be anything?
I can go first if you need.
Yes, please.
My recommendation this week is going to be... I started reading Haikyuu in addition to watching the show as it comes out, and also rewatching the first season alongside great podcast Chance Ball. Brooks and Eddie, regular guests on this podcast, are doing a sports anime podcast called Chance Ball. You should listen to it. You should also go watch Haikyuu. And you should go read Haikyuu, because it's fucking good, and it's given me severe brain worms but in ways that have genuinely changed my life for the better.
That's a good recommendation. I've definitely had a lot of people recommend that to me
so
before.
Good.
I think my recommendation would just be the song that I've had on loop in my head for like the past 3 days. It's called Smash Through. It's by Nelwood and Adron. It's just a real chill jam, and I physically can't stop listening to it. That's the best recommendation
Nice.
I got right now. Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
On.
It's been a long time. It
really
coming,
has been.
But I've had an absolute
me
blast.
Too. Where can people find you online? If you would like to be found online, if not, you can just say put in the sand and not do anything.
You can find me online, I guess, at birddad_ on Twitter. I don't do any sort of original content.
That's a lie.
So
you do art.
Do not have to follow me. I do, but not very often.
That's more than not doing any. So shut the hell you're up and go follow Nathan and look at art.
You're not obliged to follow me, listeners. You're not obliged to. It's okay.
Yeah, thank you, Nathan, for coming on. Thank you to Noisepace.xyz and Matt for running it, which is the podcast network that this and so many other great podcasts are on. Thank you to Seda for doing the intro and outro music to this podcast. Listen to their music under People You Meet Outside of Bars. Check out gaygothvibes.online for that. Thank you to Blair, who is my regular editor on these podcasts. I think that's all the thanks that I have to do, so now it's my plugs. You can find me on Twitter at sunhatgenya. You can check... sorry. You can support the show on Patreon if you'd like. Patreon.com/fearbaiting. $1 a month, early access to episodes. $5 a month, name right on the podcast, and a message right on the podcast. $10 a month, all that stuff, and you get to make us watch a movie. So thank you very much to Duck Aisha, Paul Moran, Kit Spindler, and Michael Kaiser. We love you all so much. We're also at Fearbaiting on Twitter. I can be found on Twitter at sunhatzhenya, SUNHATZHENYA, and you can listen to me on the other great Noisepace.xyz podcasts, such as Special Grade Snacks, which is my Jujutsu Kaisen watch-along podcast that I do with my very good friend and recent guest of the Pod K. Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die, Leftism Podcast by 4 the Terminally Online. It's about politics. This is Fearbaiting. The Wonder Years, which is an Animorphs podcast that I do with the aforementioned Blair and Seda. And I think that's everything. So, until next time, I'm Sarah.
I'm Nathan.
And remember...
keep those toes on them feet.
You can put a fucked up foot anywhere.
You can put a fucked up
Good night, everyone.
Thank you so much. Good night.